And welcome to Ozarks Live. Thank you for joining us. Hope you have had a nice day.
Hope you have indeed. How's your day been? You played a little golf yesterday?
Yes, I got to go up to Tiffany Greens in Kansas City. Part of the Missouri Sports Hall of Fame gaggle of tournaments that they have.
Right.
So I got to play up there, and it was just a ball. And our team, I have no idea if we won anything, but it's the best team that I've been on. We did pretty well. We were like 15 or 16 under par, which is pretty good.
Whoa, that's real good.
Oh, yeah. And maybe that's why I'm not quite as sore, because just didn't have to hit the ball quite as many times.
Well, you weren't here on the show yesterday,
No.
and I don't know if you looked back at our show last night or recorded it to watch it or anything like that, but Cammie and I talked about what was on the radar, and have you seen the 4-year-old who hit the hole-in-one? Little boy named Rocco? I know, sorry. It brought me down, too. It made me happy, don't get me wrong,
sure,
but at the same
good
time,
on Rocco.
You have to see this video. His dad is shooting, and of course it's a short little hole, but 4.
Yeah.
Tease it up, wax it. We'll try to find that, and I'll show it to you after this show.
Okay.
It's awesome.
Cool.
But it just makes you go, have you ever hit a hole-in-one?
Yes, I have one.
You do have one. I thought maybe you did. I don't know that that'll ever happen in my lifetime. But...
Some people go their whole life without getting one, and some have multiple. My brother has like 3.
Wow. Where'd you hit yours?
I hit mine at let's see, 10, 11, it's either the 12th or 13th, 12th, I think, at Island Green.
Island Green.
Island Green.
Oh,
174 yards. And,
really?
Yeah, and I didn't see it too well because, at that time my eyes were still not quite good. But the great thing about it is both of my sons were with me. We were all playing golf together, and they were my witnesses. And, yeah, it was really great.
Excellent.
I still have the golf ball.
Yes. Well, we talked about that yesterday. My dad got one. A friend of mine got one the other day. She lives in Salt Lake City, and she got her first one. And we talked about Rocco. Talk about witnesses. He's got video of this thing.
Yeah.
And it's so cute because the dad says, Rocco, you just hit a... And the kid didn't really realize it, I don't think, and he takes off running. And he runs all the way to the hole, and he's like, don't get it yet, hang on.
Neat.
So, yeah, it's really cool. I'll show you the video. But.
Yeah, and I witnessed Tony's hole-in-one from Avanzari when we were playing in a
Tony
tournament.
Garcia.
Yeah, Tony Garcia.
Really?
And it's just a lot of fun when it happens. I mean, my knees went weak. It's like, because I couldn't believe it.
Once in my life.
I'm pulling for you.
Thank you. Glad somebody is.
Okay, we have a full show for you guys today.
We do. Lots of the man show to share with you guys today. Christian construction and 9-round fitness among them.
Yeah, and we get to chat with John Sellers for some Springfield stories.
Yeah, plus we're going to start something new today. I'm going to call it Last Second Suppers. For those of you who need a quick recipe for a weeknight, I'm going to start with a story about what happened to me last night, which was sort of the impetus for this whole last second. Got to come up with something. I'm going to help you do that.
Good idea. Before we get that, here's what's on the radar.
All right, speaking of food, fast food is getting fancy, okay? Case in point, Carl's Jr. is doing a wine pairing for a cheeseburger. Very interesting.
Okay.
It is the Carl's Jr. and Knocking Point Wine's Steakhouse Burger Box, and it is made to celebrate the new Steakhouse Angus Thick Burger. Okay, so if you go to the website of this particular winery, you can order this box. The box features 3 wines, a 2016 Cabernet Syrah blend, 2017 Malbec, and a 2017 bottle of something that I seriously have never heard of and I can't pronounce.
Oh, come on, give it a shot.
I didn't even write it down because I'm not sure what this is, but who cares? I'm sure it'll be delicious. Before you pop open a bottle, though, you can take the included Carl's Jr. gift card and pick up your burger. Then enjoy it. The kit also comes with steakhouse recipes curated by Chef Owen Klein, who is the wine's chief of culinary innovation. Now, here's my question. I'm not real clear on Carl's Jr. versus Hardee's? Are they the same? Are they not the same?
I was going to say they're kind of the same.
I think they are. So
Yeah.
if you were to indulge in one of these, I think you could probably go locally to Hardee's. We don't have a Carl's Jr. here, do we?
Not that I'm aware of.
I don't think we do, but I think you could
Where do you get the wines, though? You get them in the mail, and then you can go to...
Yeah.
Will they honor the ticket, though?
I would imagine that they would. I don't know. If they don't, just get the burger. But anyway, it pairs it for you, and if you look at the burger, you'll want the burger. It looks really good. But that's getting fancy with fast food.
Yeah, no kidding. Shoo. All right. Now, you've heard of Ben & Jerry's, right? Yeah, big-time ice cream makers. Hearing that name brings up images of ice cream flavors like chocolate chip cookie dough, fish food, or Chunky Monkey, each one a big success. But what about the failures, the ones that you don't quite make it? Well, there's a special place for those. It is the Ben & Jerry's Flavor Graveyard, where failed flavors go to rest. In fact, it's on a hill overlooking their plant in Waterbury, Vermont, where they actually mourn the loss of the ice cream tubs that don't make it. On their website it says, while some of our flavors have proven to live long and happy lives, others were cut down before their time, or in some cases just in time. That's what this is all about. Some of the graveyard residents include wavy gravy, turtle soup, peanut butter, and jelly, of course, and creme brulee. But my favorite would have to be Tennessee Mud. Made from 1988 to 1989, it featured coffee ice cream with amaretto, Jack Daniels, and roasted slivered almonds.
How did that not make it?
I don't know. I know it's a sad place, but you can finally pay your respects to some old friends.
Interesting concept.
It
Wavy
is.
gravy's gone?
It's not gone.
Cherry Garcia's still there. Okay.
You can still visit it.
I get it. I understand. All right. I've got something for you from the world of online security. Now, this is interesting. It's a little over my head, but I'm going to do my best. You ever hear, or you ever have trouble, rather, forgetting your passwords to things? Please tell me you're not the one that uses
Yes.
password 1, password 2.
I forget them all the time.
All right, well, some people jump through hoops for a two-factor authentication. Some places that you log into offer you that anyway. Some places want it like on their laptop, on their phone. Some folks actually carry a little physical key to plug in to maybe your laptop.
Sure.
You know, but if you lose it, then what do you do? Well, a computer scientist at UC Berkeley has an answer, and it's literally the roll of the dice. It really is. Stuart Schechter came up with something called dice keys. Now, this is a simple kit with 25 dice and a plastic box. You roll the dice yourself, put them in a bag, shake them all around, roll them in, and let them fall into the box. You snap that box shut. And at that point, you have a highly random, mathematically unguessable, they say, cryptographic key. The die are marked with letters, numbers, and depending on how they fall, orientation. An app that never actually sees the arrangement of the dice generates a key. Then your password manager generates another password. So this is really kind of the key to the kingdom here. The app does not store any of the dice info, okay? You keep the dice keys box in a safe place, and then you can regenerate with a scan. But here's the thing, don't lose it. They say that part of this is way easier to keep track of than a piece of paper. You know, you scribble down something on a piece of paper, you don't know where you put. This is something that's a little bit harder to lose. Still, I wouldn't lose it if I were you. Schechter's working on a fireproof version of this that he calls future-proof, because even if the standards that we know now, like Bluetooth, are gone and that his company is gone, there's this open source license that gives users access for life. Okay, that's what he's telling people. And right now you can available for pre-order this deal for $25. There are a lot of people in the tech world that are really, really loving this. I've read a lot of reviews that say, well, talk about random. Something didn't generate it for you, you generated it for you.
Yeah, I'd lose the key.
Well, if you don't
I'd
lose
forget where I put it.
if you don't lose the deal, put it
There's
somewhere.
always that
Well,
the X factor in there.
You know, put it in the safe. I'll tell you what you do. It's a little bit like, it's $25, but it is the keys to your kingdom. But it's like a pair of fancy sunglasses. You know, you buy Christian Dior sunglasses, you lose them tomorrow.
Yeah.
You buy like the cheapest sunglasses ever, you never lose them.
Yeah.
So just put this out in the middle of the kitchen. It'll never leave. You know, the kitchen's never cleaned. The clutter's going to stay. So just set it in the kitchen. It'll be there forever. Put it in the junk drawer. No one ever cleans the junk drawer.
I got it.
You know what I mean?
Yes,
There, I
do.
solved it.
Yes,
Okay, you're welcome.
That's true. All right,
Never
coming
clean it.
up, it's time for Christian Construction to steal the show.
From us, can you imagine? Okay, just for a little bit. So don't go away. Ozarks Live is just getting started.